is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It feels so good to be doing videos again. I'm your host, The Big Rob Theory, and thank you again for joining me. I know it's been a long time. The past few weeks have been pretty all over the place. Nothing like really terrible or anything like woe is me. No. Just between the holidays and working so many extra hours, there's been a lot going on with my family, a lot of transitioning going on, so I haven't really had the time, energy, or the effort to really put into YouTube the way that I normally would or would want to, just because there's so much that's been going on physically and mentally, dealing with the family and everything. So here we are, finally back. Today I'm going to be discussing a movie from last year that was really well done, and I didn't get around to it at the time that I first watched it, so my girlfriend and I, we rewatched it, and we're rewatching a lot of movies in the Neon box set so that I can properly review them again. And the movie that we're talking about today is Cuckoo. So basically in this movie, Gretchen, Hunter Schafer, her and her family, they move from the US to the German Alps in a seemingly beautiful and amazing mountaintop resort kind of place. Seems so tranquil and peaceful. Slowly but surely, Gretchen realizes that something is very amiss. There is a lot going on there that nobody's really talking about or referencing, and we dive deep into the true nature of why her family moved there. Jan Bluthart plays Henry, and he is a police officer, or so he says. He's a police officer that kind of helps Gretchen a little bit, and there's a reason why he is so involved in this investigation. There is a hooded woman who is played by Kaylin Morrow, and she has this weird timbre in her voice. She does this weird thing with her throat where it flaps a little bit and makes this loud screeching noise that causes you to relive the same moment over and over again until you just get so sick and tired of reliving the same moment that you kind of either off yourself or you puke until you pass out or die, and it's just so many different health issues. There's this whole secret behind this hooded woman, and some of the scenes, or all of the scenes with her, are so eerie and creepy and so well done. The director did a great job with this because the way how it was shot, it looks so creepy anytime she comes on the screen. And there were some times where you're just like, oh, okay, well, something's gonna be there, and then nothing's there, and then bam, you know, you look in a different direction and it's there. So it was just so well done. The creep factor was through the roof with this. Martin Sokas and Jessica Henwick play respectively Louis and Beth, and those are Gretchen's parents. In the beginning of the movie, there's kind of like a disturbance and an issue with a man and a woman, and then something happens, and then a child runs off, and it's all so confusing and just so fast and out there, and you're like, what in the world is happening here? As the movie goes on, you realize that there is some kind of weird kind of thing at play with experiments, implantation, and it's just so weird. Like, it fits the movie. It's weird, though. Like, it just sets you off a little bit, because it's like, wait, hold on, so they're just impregnating these women through surrogacy in a weird, twisted, messed up way. The way how it's done is just like, ooh, let's not do that again. Dan Stevens is the main antagonist in this, and he plays the character Herkonik. I know I might have said that a little off without the German accent, but he is the ringleader of this whole experiment that we got going on in the German Alps and in the laboratory. There's this little girl named Alma, who's played by Mila Liu, and she is Beth's sister or half-sister. At the end of the film, she just calls her sister because of everything that happens. This little girl is supposed to, in essence, be the next mother in this messed up family of experiments and implantation and fertilization and breeding in this twisted ensemble that we got here. Jesus. So this little girl is being bred over time to become like the next hooded woman, I guess, because this hooded woman does this screeching thing and then she takes people out. This girl can do the same thing. By the end of the film, you see she can do the same thing. So Herkonik says in the movie, oh, she's supposed to be a mother, what are you doing? So they breed these women from a young age. They try to train them from a young age, and over time they just lose their senses of self, and they lose their hair, and they have multiple wigs because, like, they want them to have the appearances. So the cinematography, as I was talking about earlier with certain shots, was really good. There are some scenes with the hooded woman that were just super creepy, like next level creepy. There's some scenes with Gretchen, Hunter Schafer's character, and she says some things, like there's one scene where she's like, that's a fucking weird way to put it.
That's a fucking weird way to put it.
Like that was such good acting, because my girlfriend and I, the first time we watched it, we said, what? That's so weird. Why would you say that? And then we watched it again, And we started to say it again, and then she immediately said that, and it's just like, man, like this movie was a lot better than I was initially thinking it was going to be, and I'm surprised that a lot of people didn't talk about it as much, but I really enjoyed almost every aspect of this film. I will say there were times where the acting kind of was lacking. We could have used a little bit more exposition. We could have maybe used a little bit more of better dialogue at times with certain situations. We could have used a little bit more explanation about like who the hooded woman truly was. I mean, we kind of did. Like, she is the mother. Like, I guess she's like maybe the first one that they experimented on. Could have used a little bit more exposition with various things like about Beth and what happens with Beth, and overall the idea behind this thing. Like when we got to the main laboratory and everything, my girlfriend was like, "Oh, this is very like Human Centipede kind of," and it kind of is. Like, it's like a blend of like, yeah, the Human Centipede, and there's another movie I can't think of right now, man, that has like this whole thing with keeping people trapped and experimenting on them. I really can't think of the movie right now. This is disturbing, but I can't stop watching, you know. And it was just such a good movie to watch, and very different, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this review. Much appreciated, and it feels good to be back and doing videos again. You know the drill. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can get a notification anytime there's a new video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until the next one.